Welcome to a brand new year of The Dish. I'm Stephanie Winarski.
And I'm Maureen Riley.
And we're back to give you more news and celebrity gossip. But before we start, I would just like to point out that Maureen's back from Australia. So perhaps it's nice to have you back, Maureen. I miss dishing with you, and I missed you as my roommate. So,
thanks, Steph. It's great to be back. Well, it's September, and you know what that means.
School?
No, it's TV season. All the new shows are premiering this month. And Steph and I are going to tell you guys what you should be watching this season. First, on Fox, on September 20th, a new show called Lone Star is premiering about a guy who lives a double life. In one of his lives, he is Bob, and in the other one, he is Robert. He plays a family man working for the family business in one life, and in the other one, he has a girlfriend, and he's a criminal. And I think it's just a more adult version of one of my favorite old shows, Hannah Montana, Double Life. I think
he is the best of
there's
both
some
worlds.
Similarities in there. Yeah.
I see it. Another show we're really excited to start watching, and you should be watching too, is Law and Order Los Angeles. Now wait, why is this different than old Law and Order? Because it's in a location. This is the first time a Law and Order series has ever been set in a location. Usually it focuses on a specific crime unit, but that airs on NBC. And we're excited to start watching, so you better be too.
Another show also airing on NBC is called The Event. It's airing the same night as Lone Star, and it's about a guy whose girlfriend has disappeared, and he's trying to find her. And while he's finding her, he discovers the biggest cover-up in U.S. history, and so the story begins.
Drama.
So, kind of reminds me of National Treasure, which I loved those movies, so I'll definitely be tuning in.
Well, is this the season of remaking old things into new?
I guess they're running out of ideas.
Another show we're really excited to start watching is Running Wild, which is by the creator of Arrested Development and also stars Will Arnett. Big fan of Will Arnett, married Amy Poehler, BC grad, but that starts airing on September 21st. Thoughts about that?
I love Arrested Development, so I'm really excited to start watching that. And I also read that it's going to be a lot different than Arrested Development, so hopefully we'll be able to gain a bigger audience and, stay on the air.
I know. Too bad Arrested Development got canceled.
Yeah.
Great show.
And our last must-see for this season is a show called Raising Hope. It is about a man who has a one-night stand and gets the girl pregnant, and it's about raising the baby named Hope with his family of misfits and how that all works out, while the mother of the daughter is in jail. So it's kind of crazy environment.
Crazy environment. I feel like the plot line's a little overdone. All right. Didn't we have Accidentally on Purpose last year? I mean, that show got cut really quick, but Yeah.
It has the whole single camera view, though, so it'll be a little bit like Modern Family, The Office-esque. So,
all right, well,
it might be too many combinations of things at once, or it could be great. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Well, we'll have to watch and let you know what we think.
All right. So now, since we just talked about all those new shows...
Wait, Maureen. I'm going to let you finish, but I just got to say that Marissa and Alondra are going to take us out for a VMA special.
Hi, I'm Marissa.
And I'm Alondra.
And we're here for your VMA recap.
So let's start it off talking about the fashion of the night. Every award show is fun to see what the celebrities are wearing, but last night, I was more shocked at what they were wearing than envious. The VMAs started off with a bang, opening with Bad Romance. In walked that famous blonde celebrity that we all love, wearing this massive dollhouse on her head. Surprised? I really wasn't, until I realized it was Chelsea Handler, the host of the night, not Lady Gaga. What a better way to start off the VMAs than making fun of Gaga's style, and she really deserved it once we get into that. Gaga won a bunch of awards over the night, so we got to see her crazy fashion over and over again, and Chelsea Handler's impression of her wasn't so extreme after all. Of course, Gaga is a fashion icon in her mind over there, so her first outfit had a feather mohawk and lobster claw heels, which I don't know why someone would invent, let alone wear. Her next outfit was a crazy black dress where she actually had to be helped onto the stage. I've heard fashion is pain, but that's taking it to a little extreme. Finally, she returned on stage wearing something she called a meat dress, which wasn't too appetizing. I don't even know where she finds these things, but overall, Gaga always does the unthinkable when it comes to fashion and never ceases to amaze the public with her unique sense of style. But that's Gaga, so you got to embrace it. So then at one point during the night, Cher joined Gaga on the stage, and I personally haven't seen Cher in forever and I kind of forgot about her, but in she walks with this massive curly afro and a body glitter suit that barely covered anything, which was just nasty. And so you can't forget, like, if she was trying to stand out, she definitely did, but not in a good way. In my opinion, the worst dress of the night was Kesha. For one thing, her dress looked like a garbage bag, and she looked like she was wearing like a cat over her shoulders with that furry collar. And she had this awful messy braid that went down almost to the floor, not at all fashionable or flattering. So for a nominee for a Best New Artist, she sure didn't look the part. But I was surprised to say that Selena Gomez was the best dressed of the night, in my opinion. For a Disney Channel star, this 18-year-old really stood out at the VMAs in a long silver evening gown, and she followed the metallic trend for the year. Her long hair was swept in a side ponytail, leaving the beautiful dress to be the main focus. So overall, some crazy fashion at the VMAs, not too fashionable, but I mean, Selena Gomez kind of took it home.
So, performances this year seem to be very performance-driven as opposed to past years, but also lip syncing really made a comeback. You know, sometimes they do have to lip sync. Usher had amazing dance moves, and you can't really sing while dancing. Also, Nicki Minaj, newcomer, had a pre-show performance that was exciting, extreme, all words usually used to describe her. But I found myself asking through most of it, what was will.i.am wearing? Justin Bieber was chased on by a crowd of screaming girls, which we all expect, and he did a really surprisingly good drum solo. So props to Justin Bieber's. Let's see. There's a Bruno Mars, B.O.B., and Paramore performance that was probably the most well put together performance of non-lip syncing group. And they really poured their heart, their passion to it, and I was totally amazed by how great Bruno Mars's voice is. The show stealer was definitely Florence and the Machine. I don't know where she came from, but she has a voice. All right, so they've been hyping the whole entire show, Kanye versus Taylor Swift. This happened last year. We're kind of sick of it, but that was the main focus of this VMAs. Kanye was ridiculous. I do not know what he is doing. There was a red suit, a toy piano, all these random ballerinas. And he has now left the whole artist image, and now he's just a ridiculous act. And after the ridiculousness of last year, he's never really going to be an artist again. I do have to say, though, that he did better than Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's performance was pitchy, it was sharp, and it was hard to listen to. She made a song about Kanye and what he did to her, but you know, that was last year. It's time to move on, girl. It was nothing to really remark about. So, Taylor Swift, worst performance of the night. And that's our VMA recap. These VMAs were pretty lackluster. You know, nothing really exciting happened that much. We won't really have that much to reflect on in other years, except for Lady Gaga's crazy outfits. And we can only hope that next year there will be more controversies and less lip-synced acts.
Thanks, guys. That was great. I loved the VMAs. I thought it was pretty good this year.
I'm waiting for the, when the Dish wins its first Moon Man. Except we're not a video, but it's okay. Yeah. One day we will
Dare to dream.
Compete in that category.
All right. Now we're going to move on to our new segment, Thumbs Up, Thumbs Down, where we talk about everything that has been in the tabloids and on, all the news shows, e-news shows, and what we're sick of and what we still want to hear more about. So first, obviously, who had a big summer, a very eventful summer? Lindsay Lohan. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Sick of it. Sick of hearing about her.
I'm over it. Stay in rehab. Go to jail. Stay in jail. Come out of jail. I don't know what you're doing, but get your life together.
Yeah, I'm tired of hearing about it. And apparently she's going to get, she's in the talks for getting her own reality show.
Of course. You know what? Go back, make Mean Girls 2, and, make my life complete, Lindsay Lohan. Stop being so selfish.
Seriously.
Next topic, Perez Hilton. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Thumbs down. I'm tired of Perez Hilton. First of all, you're a gossip site. I want latest up-to-date news and gossip. And first of all, you always find other gossip on other websites now. because he's afraid of lawsuits, which is understandable. But the whole point of a gossip website is to be like first and kind of unreliable. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you're not publishing those things, other other websites are gonna take those stories.
I think he's just kind of getting lazy. I think he's more concerned about becoming famous himself than just providing us with hot gossip.
And you know what? I don't always need your colored commentary because sometimes I want to make commentary of my own, and we don't have the same views.
Yep.
Sick of you, Perez.
Sorry, Perez. All right, next one is Real Housewives on Bravo. I say thumbs up.
Thumbs down. Oh, I'm so sick of the Real Housewives. I can't even handle it anymore. Real Housewives DC, Atlanta, LA, blah, 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 blah. And soon it's going to be like Real Housewives BC edition. Like, let's go to the mods. I'm tired. Like, you know what? Like, what is it? It's just like we're going to pick the 5 people that we know aren't going to get along, and we're going to stick them together and watch them interact.
Yeah, but...
Counter. Games.
I love Housewives. Well, okay. I love the OC Housewives, and I love the New Jersey Housewives. Some of the other Housewives, like Atlanta and DC, those are kind of boring. So I do see where you're coming from, but New Jersey Housewives, man, that reunion special was crazy. So I heard there might not be a new season because they're all like out of money and bankrupt and all hate each other now, which is unfortunate, but
what can you do?
I'm pulling for them.
Next topic, Justin Bieber. Maureen?
Down.
Thumbs
down.
up!
No.
Biebs! Ah,
No.
what? All right,
Done with it.
I'm just going to say, love the Biebs, love the hair flip, still a fan, going strong for, my 2nd year in a row. I can't be thumbs down until I, see him in concert, and I just I love teen mass hysteria. You know what I do? I just love when people are crazy. I love when people yell. I love craziness. And Biebs is all about that, and one day we'll be in love.
Well, good luck with that. I just think everyone's been obsessed with him for way too long, and he's getting a big head, and he looks like he's 12. I think he just needs to realize that he's on his way out. He's going to explode and then just go back to where he came from.
He's a supernova.
Yes, supernova girl, Justin Bieber. Well, that's all we have for this edition of The Dish. Thanks for watching, and as we like to say, you just been served
The dish.